OG, we OG. Oh no, G. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got D or no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload, yeah. Experts on reload, yeah. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got D or no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload. Experts on reload. Mempool getting hot. Everybody wanna rock, ayy. Runes is coming, everybody on a knot, ayy. It's a nuisance, Ordinal Revolution, ayy. Ordinal Revolution. Yo, is my guy for real, bro?
Run stuff.
Got friends right now. Yo, BRC 420, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, that shit on fire, bro. Imagine if he in here. Yeah, lock it in the seal. Murder. I got balls of steel. Nuki on the field. Yeah, this shit for real. With no calls, I get so far. Got 100 phone calls that I go hard, and they gon' love me. Smoke weed, huddle back. I get shiesty. Where my Bitcoin looking lovely. All this Satoshi's nothing above me. Bitcoin's alive, what you gon' do? Mempool fees are high. Ordinal. Where does it stop? Nobody knows. It's a revolution, ayy. Bitcoin is the one, no substitution, ayy. With Shizzy and Yagobi, it's Ordinal Revolution.
Welcome back to Ordinal Revolution. My name is Shizzy. On this channel, we cover the entire Bitcoin Ordinal ecosystem. What is up, guys? We have an amazing show for you guys today. Like always, we are live for another Ordinal hour. And guys, we have an amazing show for you guys today. We got so much going on. We're going to dig into a lot of things around this Rune space. I mean, Runes is down, right? But to us, this is the time to accumulate. This is the time for us to do our research. This is the time to really see what's going on, because there's a lot of things happening, and we're going to get into a lot of Magic Eden stuff that we are super bullish on. And you know, when you were, let's just say, you know, last summer when you were accumulating, when everyone else was dumping, you made out pretty good in November. So DCAing is something that we are doing here at Ordinal Revolution. And you know, it's gonna be a fun ride. We think Runes is gonna be the next big thing, but we're gonna get into some other topics as well. But without further ado, let me bring in my partner, as always, Mr. Yagobi. What's up, buddy?
What's up, man?
What's going on?
Just trying to, you know, stay positive about some of this price action, as well as remind myself kind of how BRC20s went when they first started. Like I said, we weren't there right when they launched, but we came in, I would say maybe like 3 weeks after, right? So, yeah, and I actually pulled some stuff up on Unisat that I want to go over in a bit on kind of the price action of Ordi back then, and so people can kind of maybe take it easy and relax a little bit.
For sure. But like one thing people are doing that's kind of messed up is, you know, they're wasting their hard-earned money on things like Luminex and stuff and minting there, when you can just grab a sathunter, you know, Ordinal, and then use sathunter, right? So if you use a sathunter Ordinal, you get free mints over there. And if you use our link, so if you guys go over to sathunter.com, use our referral link in the show notes. Francis hit me up and said, you guys ain't doing nothing over there, right? So you guys need to use our link, start minting over there, so we can show Francis that Ordinal Revolution is in the house. So, but definitely check out sathunter.com. That's SATHUNTER. Our link is in the referral if you want to use our link, but we know how people are with clicking links. But that's something, yeah. But we can begin the show now.
Yeah. So, you know, I'll just pull it up right now since I have it here.
Yeah, let's do it.
I was going through as far as back as I could on Unisat, and it pulled up April 27th, right? So you're talking about probably a month of Ordi being out. But if you look at the prices here, you're still talking about $2.34, right? So I'm sure it skyrocketed like in March once it launched a little bit. Maybe it got to like $6, $7, but it was selling at $2.34, and that's as far as I could go back. If you
Yeah.
pull up the next page here, yeah, the price action was like $3, right? And then eventually it slowly started to, go up to that, $10 mark eventually. But you can see like it was still just hanging around $2 to $4 or $5. So I think like with the big tokens kind of taking a pull back like early, it's not something new. We did
Yeah.
see it with BRC20s, but it just it doesn't feel like recent because it wasn't recent, right? Like all you remember from Ordi was like it skyrocketed to like $98, right? And so eventually, and so that's kind of what that's for. I feel like we're kind of in the same stage of like waiting for fungible tokens on Bitcoin to have their moment again,
Yeah.
and it's just not right now. I don't know.
For sure.
What do you think about that?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just one of those things where you just don't know what's happening right now. Everything's really dipping. I know a lot of you guys are not very happy about your bags right now. I'm just saying that I don't think there's any need to worry. Just kind of like just play it as you played the BRC20s if you did really well. So
Yeah. Yeah, and then I tried to pull up charts as well, and it really just there was a point. Remember, whenever like the first run up of BRC20s ended, I want to say it was probably end of May, maybe like June,
yeah,
and then Ordi went into this crazy like consolidation phase of going from like this is the first run up, so it went all the way back down to like $3,
yeah,
like in the summer, remember? And I wish I grabbed some then, because then it like
yeah,
that was before it shot up to like $98 or whatever. And so, I think we're gonna see those similar opportunities in runes. But I personally think like my thesis of this multi meta protocol world on Bitcoin layer one is going to play out, but it's not going to we won't see that really form until maybe like 6 months down the road, once things are like getting crazy with like alt seasons and stuff like that. I think we'll see those other meta protocols start to build out and carve their place in Bitcoin layer one.
yeah. I agree. But it really takes place with the king, right? So as long as so what normally happens is the king has to go up a lot for people to take their money that they see as house money now and dip that into ordinals and things like that, right? So so everything is really based on what Bitcoin does in this space. So I guess we're all just kind of waiting for Bitcoin to get over the 100 grand mark. Everyone knows it's going to happen. It's obviously it's a when rather than an if, and it'll always be a when because Bitcoin's going to go up forever. It has to because the dollar is going to go down forever, right? So just like milk, like the gallon of milk is going to go up forever, just like Bitcoin will go up forever because it's it's a hard supply. But how is the king doing today?
Pretty good in terms of sentiment. You could see like we're getting close to 67K again. I think that like we're like we said this past week or the last week too, we're in this consolidation phase of like 60 to $67,000. April 30th to me is a big date. That's the date that the Hong Kong ETF starts trading. You're going to talk about a lot of capital flowing into Bitcoin. And that's when I feel like things really start to get, energy in terms of Bitcoin's price action. April 30th and then early May. So
Yeah.
it's kind of that same story. But you're right. People have to make profit first with the top token or the top
Yeah.
coin in the industry, and then the profits flow down, and then people become a little greedy and they want to make more money, right? And so we need Bitcoin to make another move, in my opinion, to start really seeing something here. So that's just kind of what we're waiting on. I feel like, we are starting this leg up on the hour chart here. If you look at the daily, it's kind of what we said. This is our fourth green candle in a row. It'd be really great to kind of see this play out again. Have a longer stretch of green candles on the daily chart. But that's where Bitcoin
100%.
is. Like you said, we know where it's heading. So we tend not to worry too much about the short term of Bitcoin.
Yeah, and like I think I froze up a little bit here. But Bitcoin just like it's risk on, risk off, right? Bitcoin goes up, everyone gets risk on. Bitcoin kind of sits sideways, but it kind of just doesn't do much, right? It's risk off. People, that's just how I say. But it's really following my line here. Like I drew this line the other day, and it's like really following it. So I mean, we're just ranging in here, and eventually we're either going to break north or south, right? You can't stay here forever, but we've been just going sideways now. I want to say since February 29th. It's been complete sideways, and I think we continue this a little bit before we break out. I think we break out in May, so I think that's when we're going to see a lot of upward movement. Obviously, April is usually a down month because it's usually the month right before the halving, but this is actually first time ever the halving happened in April. The first one was like in June. The second one was in I think July, or I'm sorry, June, and then May, and then I think May again is the first one in April. So, yeah, I was just curious to see what happens next, but I do definitely see some more sideways happening for sure.
Yep, and again, like that's something that we're just kind of waiting for. But as of right now, like we're focused on the ecosystem stuff, right? So, what we got on the docket today? Let's jump right into it.
Yeah, let's jump into your so you've been doing a thing on your Twitter, and it's the top 10 market caps of the Runes protocols. And I think this is really important to kind of follow this because we're trying to find the winners, right? So the winners are going to be the ones that are leading early because a lot of times first is first. So I think it's really important to kind of see who's in the lead and see the changes that happen day to day.
Yeah. Definitely, 100%. I did this with BRC20s in the second run, or I would say probably, it was like the second large run up, and it did very well. The number one spot in terms of market cap is 2.6 billion. So this is definitely a lot misleading, really, because they have 110 million that were pre-mined out of 111.1 million. So 1.1 million was open to the public for mint. So we don't know. There's something weird happening with this token here. It's the 5Zs FEHU. But the crazy thing is somebody knows something, because I wasn't going to put this on this list, but it did $2 million in volume on Magic Eden, and it came in number 2, I think, at the time that I added this, right? So, I feel like there's a project brewing behind the scenes with this, and people are picking it up because they also feel like there's something happening here, right? So it came in at number 1 with market cap. Like I said, this market cap is definitely misleading. It's that's the total supply is just really big in terms of what's been pre-mined. So I think this one you got to be careful with, because we don't know what's happening. We just think that something is happening that could be really cool. Number 2 is the RSIC Genesis rune at 258 million. This was a pre-rune airdrop to all of the RSIC people. This dropped 18% in terms of market cap, so it's kind of on the cold side there. Satoshi Nakamoto came in at number 3. This was over $100 million market cap. It's at 73.2 now. It dropped 29%, so pretty big drop there. Wanko Manko Runes came in at number 4 at 33.8 million. It actually increased from the previous day when I put the list up by 5%. Bitcoin Pepe Matrix really, kicked up in terms of volume, especially on Magic Eden. I think it came in at like number 3. For it to be kind of a newer one that came on the scene, in terms, I say newer, it's only been 3 days since Runes launched, but like it wasn't a leader on day 1 or day 2, right? So it's definitely a leader now. It seems like this community is growing. The holder count's like 17,000. And it's at $4.4 million market cap. Then you have the ticker is Elsa at number 6 at 4.3 million, pullback of 25%. Wada Wada Pangu is one that was just added to this list, so it did a lot of good volume on Magic Eden. Number 8 was Satoshi Nakamoto NU at $1.49 million market cap. It's new to this list. Ordinals are dead at number 9 at $1.43 million market cap. This pulled back the biggest out of everybody. It pulled back 62%. So I don't know what's happening with this. It's Ordinals Are Dead is kind of dead or dying right now. So we'll see what happens with this. Mempool.space or space is at $1.36 million market cap. And then you have Koala on Impala at $1.34 million market cap. This one actually had the largest increase, plus 35% in its market cap growth there. So really cool meme. I feel like the name of the Koala on Impala there. But that's the top 11 actually, because I had to squeeze Pepe in there. I forgot to put it in initially. But
question from Crypto Hot News. Can you explain how you find the MC on runes once the mint process is finished?
Yeah, it's pretty simple. You have the total supply, the price of each token. I actually have a spreadsheet that I use. And what you do is you multiply the it's B38. I just got to see real quick because I want to make sure I get it right. I have 38 there. Yeah. So it's the price times the total supply. That's how you get the market cap.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, yeah, so I do that every day. But I mean, if you go on Magic Eden, it'll show you it's already there. Right. So, if you go to runes and you just select rune here and you just select, man, Satoshi Nakamoto has been doing tons of volume on Magic Eden. You can see it's 3.5 million in less than a day. It's crazy. But it has the market cap here for you right here. Right. So 63 million now. So that's dropped since I've done my list this morning. But yeah, so if you just click on them in Magic Eden, it gives it to you right then and there. So pretty easy, straightforward.
Yeah, man.
But what do you think about those tokens? The token list I had there.
Yeah.
Which ones do you think are going to stay? Which one do you think won't last? What do you feel about it?
So to me, like Fahu is definitely interesting. All right. So we're gonna get into that a little bit later, but that one I'm very interested in. $2.6 billion market cap is crazy, but that's not so if they lock up these tokens, the 110 million and the supply is, let's just say, the 1.11 million that is mintable, then that's really only a $30 million, $50 million market cap, right? Which kind of puts it in like the fourth or fifth. But the problem is, what are they going to do with the 110 million tokens that were pre-mined, right? So, but we just don't have enough information on them. So we're gonna get into that a little later too. But R6 definitely. I feel like we think it's Raktoshi who's ahead of this. We think that we're not sure. We're not even 50% sure, but we think that it's Raktoshi. But they're gonna do something with this coin, right? I can't this is not a meme coin. It's not even, if it is, then what's the point? Like, right? But they're gonna do something with this coin, and I'm definitely bullish on R6. Toshi Nakamoto, I am very bearish on the pre-mine unless they either burn the tokens or put them in an LP pool somewhere and forget about them.
Did you say that you heard that's what the goal was, to put in LP?
No, that's not what there's no Twitter for it or anything, but that just people on Twitter are saying that, like, if he did that, then that would be very bullish for the thing. Awesome. It wasn't. Yeah, there's no Twitter for this. There's no, Jack Lou came out and said he deployed it, and then he said he didn't deploy it. So I mean, that really dropped the price in half when he said that, because everyone hates Jack Lou. If you're in Ordinals, you hate Jack Lou. 90% of the people here, I'm sure. And then but to me, it's like I'm just kind of waiting and seeing. I hold some Satoshi Nakamoto, but the pre-mine stuff is just I tweeted yesterday too that I FOMO'd into that. Just because everyone's saying that could have been the Ordi, and then after I took a step back, it just feels ew to be in that until they figure something out with that. And then Wanko Manko, obviously very bullish on that. Casey's furry fetish is happening with that one. That one could be really good.
A lot of people are saying like they're like offended by it and stuff like that, but I don't know. I haven't read the whole like backstory about it.
Yeah, half the people on Earth are offended by something, right? So it's just like you're probably voting for Biden if you're offended by that. So Bitcoin Pepe Matrix is something that came on yesterday. That the person who deployed it put like 0.17 because it's like the first GIF on Bitcoin, which is a first GIF rune on Bitcoin. So that could actually be something pretty cool. And, it has a cool name, Bitcoin Pepe Matrix. Ticker is Tesla, Elsa, very bullish on that because, it's Elsa is Hal Finney's dog. And I think that's just a good thing to have in Bitcoin. Why do I want to Pengu?
China seems to be liking that one too.
Yeah.
There's that's the only one that I've seen really them kind of starting to talk about, but continue.
Yeah. And really just the rest of them, Toshi Nakamoto Inu. I mean, that's the CBRC 20 guys. They're they hate runes, but then they deploy the runes. So I don't know what's up with those guys. Ordinals are dead. Probably going to 0. Not a big fan of that one. Mempool Out Space is pretty cool. I think that was deployed by somebody in the OSD, but I could be mistaken. And then Kuala Lumpur, by our boy Quarry. So that is up 35% today. So yeah, I mean, it's a very good mixture. Do I think this stays the top 10? No way. I think there's going to be a whole bunch of new coins coming, and it's going to be curious. And then it's going to be fun to watch which ones stay and which ones go for sure.
Yeah, of course it's going to change. There's a bunch of people that are working on stuff, but yep, I will continue to be doing that. So if you follow me on Twitter at Yagobiverse, you can look forward to seeing morning updates on the top 10. And what I do is I do by volume, because volume is kind of an indicator of what's hot, right? So I'm going to do top 10 volume for Magic Eden now, because I feel like they're getting the most volume, and that's something that we're going to talk about now. Actually,
well, hold on. Let me just jump
into
the roll call real quick.
I forgot we didn't do the roll call.
Yeah. So real quick, Green Man, first is first. Congratulations, Green Man. You are number 1 today. D-Love thought she had number 1, but Green Man beat her by about 4 minutes. Sorry, D-Love, you are number 2 today. But you were number 1 yesterday. So Harold Browner in the building. Mr. Sheedy is always here. We got the Glass Hopper. We got Tubo. Then we got Mike's World in the building. Danny, welcome to the show, my buddy. He said, damn it, Shizzy, send me a DM 5 minutes before you post these. We got Rick Live in the Rick G in the building. He said, long live BRC 20. Wendy Yam, KDN, Akala, our boy Yazir, always here. Appreciate you, buddy. Elias, Crypto Noob, J25, my man. John, welcome to the show. Chain Watcher. Corad Miller, AOD Art, Tim, thank you as always, my friend.
AOD
Art. We got Bitrens, TKO, Martia, welcome to the show. Your first time here. Thank you for coming. Chief Axel, Neo Meester, Giannis, welcome to the show. We have PDX, USX, Crypto Hot News in the building. And then we have Patty Poo, my man. Then we have Sayin, Chain Watcher, Joshua, Robert Hathaway, Morta Music, and then Stella Crypto. I think this is your first time here, maybe. But thank you guys so much for joining us, and we're going to try to put on the best show possible for you guys, man. Let's get it.
Yes. All right. So obviously we were showing Magic Eden, so you guys know already that you can trade runes on Magic Eden, but we're going to talk a little bit about what what sets them apart in our opinion from the other exchanges, and why we think that they're probably going to take the lead for the number 1 exchange for runes. So if you go to Magic Eden, you just select runes here and then select the rune that you want, right? So I'm going to just select Satoshi Nakamoto. But before we do that, let's take a look at this volume. This volume is crazy, and it hasn't even been 24 hours, because I think when I messaged you yesterday, it was in the evening. It was in the evening whenever they went live with this. And so already with less than 24 hours, you have Satoshi Nakamoto having $3.5 million in trading volume. You have Bitcoin Pepe Matrix at 3 million. You have Fahu, FEHU at 2.4 million, and RSIC at 2.2 million. Then it kind of drops off quite a bit. It goes to 700,000. But those top 4, man, that equals over 10 million in less than 24 hours. So you compare that to Unisat, it's at least probably 2.5x times that, and Unisat is number 2. OKX is number 3, so it's definitely more than that as well. So in terms of volume, they're taking the lead there. But going back to the user experience, if you just click on Satoshi Nakamoto, that first one, you can see which ones you have the option to buy here. And you can see the prices. It shows, the floor price. It shows the market cap, shows the total supply and holder count. And then it shows you the volume, the 30-day volume right there, right? So you can do show pending or not, kind of like how they do on the Ordinal collection. But, you can also, I think they do a splitter too, to where you can split down these whenever you try to list it and sell it, right? I think you're able to split your runes. I'm not sure about that, but I've seen lower amounts listed on here than what the mint amounts were. So, but here also there's a swap that's supposed to be coming soon. So I initially thought this was going to be a like a liquidity pool swap, but after reading an article on this, I believe the way that they're going to do it is you're going to put how much Bitcoin you're willing to spend, what token you're looking for, and then they're going to find the best match for you and then quickly facilitate that. So that's what I'm hearing. If they did have some sort of centralized liquidity pool swap, I think that would be really cool. Just because I think at this point, degens want a degen and they want to trade. They don't care. I don't know. But I don't know. What are your thoughts on the three exchanges, the top three exchanges? And do you think similarly to me that they're taking over?
Yeah, so yesterday we had like the biggest winners and biggest losers, and one of our biggest losers was Magic Eden, right? And that was because they weren't ready at the time, but we kind of see why now. We kind of see that they're cooking, guys. They're definitely going to be one of the top exchanges for sure now. They really and I don't know. It says swap, right? So we've been talking about that a little bit, and that could be absolutely amazing. But right now they're their order book type thing seems to be okay. That's what it kind of is, right? It's kind of similar to an order book, right? The way Magic Eden is doing their buying and selling right now.
Yeah, you can kind of select which ones you want. I mean,
Yeah,
it's actually very similar to the way that Unisat's doing it, but
yeah,
it's in a list format. I think what the swap is going to be more of an automated order book, right? So
yeah,
you don't have, it's not going to be confusing. You just put how much Bitcoin you want to spend and what token you want, and they'll get you the best deal, basically, right?
yeah.
So they probably like have an algorithm to what people are willing to sell, and then they'll match that up with you, and then so you don't have to go searching around and click on like a specific listing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We were hoping for that they would allow liquidity pools, right? Because that would be huge, and that would be a way to kind of lock up some of these tokens. But it doesn't seem to be that way. There is, I know we are hearing from other players in the space that some people are cooking some kind of liquidity pool for the L1, very centralized. You can't do decentralized LP pools over on Bitcoin layer 1, but you can do it on stuff that's going on the other chains. And you're probably going to see a lot of that happening, a lot of LP pools and stuff on layer 2s. I mean, we're going to get into stacks later, but stacks is, they're going to get a lot faster next week
Next
month or whatever. So that could be something as well. So yeah, I mean, we'll see. It's very early stages. I think Magic Eden definitely pulled out as a winner as of yesterday, but we'll see how far they can take this. Unisat really hasn't had any upgrades since the BRC20 stuff. It's similar, very similar to trading with like BRC20s over there. So it is nice and refreshing that Magic Eden did come out with something that like looks different, feels different, and we'll see what happens with their swap. Hopefully that comes out soon, and the soon is actually soon and not a month from now or 2 months from now. So
Yeah, and like props to Unisat because they were the first ones to kind of have like the smooth them and OKX. I would say both. I didn't really love the experience with OKX wallet, but they were the first two on day one that were just pretty smooth until as of late. Obviously people had issues with their sending wrapping the Bitcoin into like the UTXO whenever they listed a sale, but they got that squared away. But like, yeah, we definitely were disappointed in Magic Eden to not be ready, and they were talking a big game. But like you said, now it makes sense that they just really wanted a more robust UX, and we can see that. Like, I mean, they've taken over volume. You know what I mean? And how much more volume will they take? Magic Eden the past year and a half has dominated in every industry. Like the NFT space, right? Like
Yeah.
they were definitely not number one. OpenSea and Blur were
Mhm.
battling it out, and then now, it's not even like it's not a question anymore. Magic Eden's number one NFT platform too. Like if you look at the numbers,
Well, it's so Magic Eden was number one on Solana. So they came out as a
I'm talking
Solana
about overall
NFT
though.
platform. But I'm just saying, like, it's hard to say because you can't even buy ETH NFTs with Magic Eden yet, right? So they're basically
What? Yeah,
really
you can.
Solana. They were basically Solana based. If
You
it
can buy.
was very recently.
No, they've always
Yeah,
had
no,
like,
I don't think they've had Ethereum.
dude. You can click on the different
I know
types
it,
of.
they have it now, but like I'm just saying, like previously for the longest time they're very Solana based, and then recently they added Bitcoin. Like last year they added Bitcoin and Ethereum is what I'm saying. So like they were always the number one. If you were buying Solana NFTs, you were buying them on Magic Eden. And like so they were number one over there, and then now with Bitcoin they were always number one, and now Ethereum. I don't think they even compete with Ethereum with the other two with Blur and OpenSea, but.
Oh, I don't know, man. I wouldn't be so sure of that because like they are starting to they pick up a lot
See
of
some
volume
volume.
overall.
Yeah.
Like if you look at like the platforms, they're pretty far ahead. But with that being said, like even Thread guy came out and posted and said, OpenSea really like fumbled the ball like out of everybody
Yeah.
because they had a chance to list ordinals and they passed. Now they passed on runes, and Magic Eden took advantage of both of those, and Magic Eden's like far ahead of everybody now. So
Yeah.
I don't know. They've done a really really good job. I love their marketing. So yeah, good job. Kudos to them. I want to see what the swap is like because even if it's not a liquidity pool type swap, but it's a better experience. It
Yeah.
could generate more activity and stuff like that. So we'll just have to see what that's like. Um, but yeah,
For
so
sure.
they're the number one exchange in my opinion now, unless something else changes
For
for
sure.
runes.
He says something about Magic Eden real quick though. He says fees though seem to be higher to purchase on Magic Eden than Unisat. I haven't really experienced that yet, so I guess I actually
Yeah,
haven't
and
bought anything yet
it,
on Magic
it
Eden.
well, and also like I know fees might be a little bit higher, but people care about the UX. If they're not like immensely higher, but the UX is a lot better, they will pay the extra fee. They just will. We've
I
seen
agree.
it, right? So
Yep.
um I think that's what we end up seeing over here. But again, like this is not over. Like, like we'll see if they can maintain
Yeah.
that volume because it could just be a day one hype, for them to have all that volume. And we'll see if it continues. But
For
really
sure.
the experience needs to get better for
Yeah.
all of it. You know what I mean? Not just trading fungible tokens on Bitcoin's experience needs to get better. And I think like Merlin Chain and Stacks and Alex Labs with using Stacks technology,
Yeah.
this is the opportunity for them, right? So there should be a race to this right now, in my opinion,
Yeah.
a race to making this experience better because that's the only way we're going to be able to pass Solana and Ethereum and stuff for like having the highest like meme coin liquidity or market caps.
What do you think about like the reason why we're kind of low is because fees being too high? I mean, the mempool is over 200 V-bytes, right? So like, our fees are compared to ETH in 2021, right? I mean, you're paying you can't do a transaction for less than $30 right now.
Yeah,
So
but
do you think that is a problem why a lot of these like volumes could be a lot higher, but they're not?
no, because
Okay.
Shiba Inu was like going nuts during those high fee times.
Yeah, but it was listed on exchanges. That's why it was going nuts.
Well, that doesn't matter. Like these will get if the volume on chain gets to a certain point, Binance will
Exchanges.
list.
Yeah.
Everybody will list these too. That's the problem is that like you have to generate the volume on chain or somewhere. You have to you
Yeah.
have to you have to like if it's an L2 or sorry, Bitcoin side chain, and it's still that Bitcoin layer one asset, but it's trading like crazy market cap, then the exchanges will quickly pick it up. But
But
right
I'm just
now
saying, like,
they're like,
for right now, like, that's one of the things where I haven't, like, I want to get some more Fahu, but I haven't pulled the trigger because fees are super high, right? It's actually cheaper to mint than buy right now because the fees are so high. and which when fees drop a little bit, it'll probably go the other way. But I mean that's a big reason why I haven't went harder, is because I don't want to pay if I right now if I want to buy $300 worth of Fahu, I'd be paying $200 in fees on Unisat right now, and Unisat is cheaper than Magic Eden according to people in the chat. So
yeah, I mean fees are definitely. I think that's more of like the Ordinal community and stuff don't want to pay that, right? Like, but if there was just like this like crazy energy like DeFi Summer, it doesn't matter. Like they will pay crazy fees for it. You know what I mean? But so I think it's more of the UX than anything, because if you're coming from, first of all, if you're coming from Ethereum, okay, Ethereum has a better user experience with swaps. But if you're coming from Solana minus the congestion, that's even better. So it's like, and a lot of these people are coming from Solana recently, right? Because that's where they've been, doing all this degenning. And so it's like way faster on Solana than is Ethereum even. And they're coming to this. We got to have a solution. Yeah.
Could that solution be Merlin?
I think so, but like it just needs to it needs to happen now. Like let's do it like right. You know what I mean? Let's get it done. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like wherever it's going to be, like it just needs to happen like yesterday, in my opinion.
I agree. So let's talk about the next one here. Are pre-runes tokens good for the runes protocol and community? So I'm going to share my screen here, and if you see pre-rune, what else we got? Pre-rune, right?
R6 so down there. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is why is R6 still up after the airdrop? R6 season 2?
Probably because they launched 2 tokens, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, they did. If you go to Luminex, I think their first one was where are you? Yeah, R6 was number 8, and then their second one, I think it's called R6 season 2, right?
Yeah, I don't even know if that was officially them. We should check their Twitter.
I mean, you paid a lot of money for it. I can't see why you would do that if
Yeah.
And like,
hey guys, put your questions in the chat, and we'll get to them in the after hour. Just want to remind everybody out there, thanks for joining us today on a Tuesday. But yeah, R6 season 2. Maybe that's what they're keeping the Ordinal for.
Yeah, but it's still up.
Yeah. And they already dropped the tokens, right? So there must be some sort of messaging there from their team to say, hey, we have future plans. I think I heard something that was like, even after the airdrop or something earlier, like a month ago or something, like you'll continue to earn or something. Maybe. Yeah. I'm not 100% sure. And maybe they also like have more supply. Maybe all the supply isn't airdropped. We don't know for the first one.
For sure.
But yeah, so back to this question, are pre-runes tokens good for the runes protocol and community? I don't think so, not in this current environment.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it could really, like, where's the liquidity going to come from? Right? Because what's going to happen is all these people like, pups and all these people that are going to airdrop all these tokens. And yes, there's going to be some hype. And then what? You're going to draw some, like, for example, Dog to the Moon. That's probably going to have the most hype. They're going to draw buyers from outside of our community. And those buyers are going to be bag holders because there's not enough liquidity right now. Like there's not, you know what I mean? Like people aren't buying like a ton of runes tokens or any token. And so I think it could be really bad to where, initially, unless Bitcoin shoots up to like 100K or something like in the next 2 weeks or 3 weeks, then people have made profit and then those people can jump in. But if it's sideways chop, I think it's going to be bad in my opinion. What about you?
So one thing about these projects, that could be big is like, we don't know what the cyber Kongs are going to do with the decentralized token, right? We don't know what, let's just say, the Rune Doors guys are going to be doing with their token, because they're a venture capitalist. They could do things with it, right? They could They might have projects. You just don't know. Like so yeah, they could all just be meme coins. And to your point, yeah, they're all. It's just going to be down only from launch, right? Because people are going to sell it to get their Bitcoin out because they've been holding. They're trying to make profit. They buy the pre-rune to try to get the token, hoping the token is worth more than the pre-rune cost. So it's just a game to get more Bitcoin. But someone like Prometheans could be doing something with their decentralized token, right? They were an ETH project. They have a lot of money backing them. They could be putting a project out here where by holding the decentralized token gets you the whitelist, right, or something like that. You just don't know. So some of these, or they could have some type of project that they're building as well over here on Bitcoin. So some of these tokens could do really well if the team backing them actually is putting in the work and creating, and not just this is a meme coin on Bitcoin, like with the runestones and Leonidas. It's just he's 100% saying like this is just a meme coin. This has nothing to do with it. Dog go to the moon is a terrible ticker. It's to me, as soon as I would have saw a dog go to the moon, I would have dumped my Arsic. I'm not Arsic, my runestone right away. I think that one you're 100% right about, but something like decentralized, by Prometheans and the Cyberkongs, I think that does really well. So I think some are crap and some are good, and who knows what the pups guys are doing, right? So I mean that could be something as well. I mean I would never fade the pups, so that token could be up only. I don't know. It's hard to say.
Yeah. Plus, there has to be some sort of like liquidity event to kind of get, I think, to kind of get things going here. Either Bitcoin shoots up to 100K in the next 2 weeks, or or like the unstaking of Merlin. We talked about that. When people are able, and we're going to talk about that here in a little bit, but when people are able to unstake their pups, their node monks, their frogs, their everything, they can sell those cheap, right? And basically will bring the prices down, the floor prices down in the ordinals, but they'll have liquidity to be able to put into these runes tokens, right? And so that could be okay. But then again, there's going to be so much to sell for these airdrops. It's like we've never seen anything like this before, in terms of like, it was crazy because like whenever there was airdrops for these pre-runes, they did well, but like there was probably a lot of outside money that came in for these because they were like, okay, runes airdrops coming, but then can that happen again? You know what I mean? Because it's basically the same event except for now with the actual tokens, right? And so we'll see. We'll just have to see. The unstaking of those assets definitely can help, but also I think we're going to need some help from Bitcoin going up. One other like variable that could come into play here is the Lightning Network, right? Because Casey developed this protocol to be able to be on top of Lightning to where it could be used within Lightning. I want to see if there's some builders within the Lightning Network. I don't know, like Lightning's been like this huge like kind of promise that's never been delivered really all the way through to where people use it often, but that could be a little bit of a bridge between like some of these maxis and the ordinal community, right? Because some of the maxis like Lightning Network because they were just like, it's going to be able to, you'll be able to buy coffee with it and be able to do the little things and stuff like that. But if there's actual like, dApps that are on Lightning that where we can actually swap, runes, that's another option. But we'll see. The frogs were launched on Lightning Network. That was actually kind of cool. But if anybody in the audience knows anything about anybody working on Lightning Network with runes, put it in the chat. I'd love to research that.
Yeah, for sure. And I did see something about potentially forking Lightning and then creating like a some type of runes mayhem happening over there as well. That's something that I've read, but I don't know. It could go anyway. I think runes on Lightning would be fun, and but again, it's still almost like a layer 2, right? You would have to kind of bridge over there.
It's
I don't
the
think you
only
can do it.
layer 2 that's actually considered a layer 2, actually, because
That's true.
there's an actual bridge to Lightning and back. But yeah, we'll see, man. There's just a lot of promises or like words being thrown around when new protocols happen and stuff like that. But I'm here for whatever innovation happens that betters the space and interaction for this on-chain economy. That's the biggest thing, is we got to keep this Bitcoin on-chain economy going and allow it to grow. Because if it doesn't grow, then we'll be stuck kind of PvPing the entire time.
Yeah, man. This is another Magic Eden thing, but we can kind of hit on this really quickly. Luminex announced a groundbreaking partnership with Magic Eden, merging minting and trading to help the user experience. This is pretty cool. Luminex came out of nowhere. Obviously they were around last year, but I didn't use them. I didn't like them, and now they're partnering with Magic Eden, which is awesome. What do you think about Luminex partnering with Magic Eden? Do you think, I guess you're going to be able to eventually mint on Magic Eden using Luminex, which is all one-stop shop, right? It definitely helps the user experience in that way.
Yeah. I feel like Magic Eden, again, this is, we were kind of dogging them the past couple of days because they weren't ready. But once we saw the product, we are happy with it. But I think that they leverage their partnerships the best. It's obvious they did something with Xverse with their wallet, because it's almost the exact same thing, right? And then you have now Luminex that's probably going to be integrated into their platform, right? So I think this is a big W for both of these. These are the two winners for this Runes launch, in my opinion. One is for the minting and progress and information about Runes. The other one is exchange now. And that's just kind of how it is now. Something could change. It is the second day of Magic Eden's exchange, so we'll see what happens. But so far,
this
so
is actually really good for Luminex, in my opinion, though, because how we were over there, we're saying, oh, it would be nice if they created the marketplace. Now with this partnership, they can you can probably eventually buy and sell on Luminex using Magic Eden. They'll probably have like a thing for there where it looks like feels like you're buying from Luminex, but in the back end you're actually buying and selling from Magic Eden, which actually been really smart for Luminex, because now we've been using that as a dashboard. And now you can kind of potentially buy and sell, and potentially they can make some fees off that as well, off that partnership. So I think it's perfect for both of them, Luminex and Magic Eden. And this is just good for Bitcoin, Ordinals, and Runes in general. So
yeah, it's 2 W's for each side. They both win here, and so I like it. I like it. All right, you want to jump into this next one here?
Yeah. So
I don't even know how to say this. Is it Fahu?
Fahu layer. So
Fahu,
I've been digging in, and in Chinese, Fahu literally translates to crouching tiger. In Mandarin, the phrase often refers to someone or something that holds hidden power or potential. And obviously, this Fahu layer is coming out and said, we are not the Fahu that is on is the #1 rune, right? So, and I was just trying to do my research, and Fahu is actually on Bitcoin. They are a pioneering L2 optimistic rollup. So this is one of the few optimistic rollups. We see a lot of ZK rollups like Merlin and stuff like that, but this is the first optimistic one that I've really seen. And so this is interesting, but these guys are saying they are not the same people who did the Fahu token. So that was originally why I was bearish, right? We did get a comment in here. I want to just bring it up real quick. He says, where are you? Oh, you were literally trashing Fahu the other day. What changed? So this is why I was trashing it in the beginning, was because these guys came out and said, they are not. And if you go here on Luminex here, you can see that is a really good reason to trash them. They have $110 million in pre-mine and 111 million. But the thing is, people keep minting this, right? So if this wasn't getting minted, I would probably not even look at it again. But the fact that every single time I look at it, like every single time I click the 1 block or 3 block thing, and of course it's slowing up for me, you can see in the last 3 blocks, it was 14,000 mints. So what is going on? What do people not know that I don't know, right? So, and if you go to their Twitter and stuff, you can kind of see that like they say that they're not a meme coin, that they're building something.
So I'm confused though.
Yeah.
So is this the website that you were showing just now?
No.
This one right here. This is not related to the rune token.
No.
So what, like, so would should we? Should we be bullish on this? This is the rune token. It says at rune
Yeah, yeah,
Fahu.
yeah. I'm just saying that's originally why I was bearish, because the team came out and said, "Hey, this is not ours," and they're building a layer 2. So that's why originally I was like, "Oh wow, this is cool," and then you kind of go through and then they're not a part of that. So that was my point with bringing up the original Fahu. But then this token, they're coming out and saying we are not a meme, right?
Yeah.
So
Yep. And looking here, it says that Fahu is the first rune created on Bitcoin through public etching process. It will be number one for as long as Bitcoin exists. Team communication will be done through at Rune Fahu Twitter. We have no affiliation with any other entities. So yeah, so there are two separate things. So let's just clarify that to the audience. This is not related to the optimistic roll up, the quad roll up that we were just talking about. But
I said that though originally.
yeah. No. I mean, I'm
you.
saying that because also, like, I just don't want the audience to be confused too, because that comment came in too. You know what I mean? And I think it would be bad if people got that confused. But
Yeah.
there are two completely separate things. But the coin itself, you're saying the team is saying it's not a meme.
Yeah, that's what they're saying in here, right? And they're building something. They're building something in here. I mean, I don't know what it is. This could be the next Oshi that promises a lot of things and doesn't ever show anything. But I mean, people are minting this, so I don't know if it's the team or what. But like, it's. I mean, I showed it. There's 14,000 mints in the last 3 blocks.
Well, here's some information.
So
Here's some information. It says the Bitcoin community has many questions regarding Rune. Thank you. Answers will come with time. For now, our extremely talented dev team deserves a shout out for ensuring that we got the #1 etch. Some tech details of the snipe. Oh, basically, it talks about how they were able to get it. Okay.
yeah,
So they rebuilt a promo version of the Ord client from scratch. Wow. That's crazy. The transaction fee was 100K. Wow. So basically they practiced a lot.
yeah.
And they really wanted that #1.
What a
So
crappy ticker, though. It could have been anything else. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Crouching Tiger even would have been cool.
So they
But
said that they're gonna have more information about like the details, but yeah, I mean they paid a lot of money for it. It 100% could be the Oshi of runes. I kind of got that vibe like right now.
yeah,
But people made tons of money with Oshi. I want to, dude, like I want to say Oshi got to like three grand, like maybe even higher.
maybe.
Yeah,
The cheapest I saw it was like 2,200, I think.
yeah. But at the
I
end
mean,
of the
it's most
day, like
expensive, yeah.
you want to be careful though, because like those type of projects definitely can just be gone in a day. So
But my main question is, why is there 15,000 holders and why is there 14,000 mints in the last 3 blocks? Like, you know?
yeah, that somebody knows something is what it is, in my opinion.
Like, if you look at this, there's 3 away from 15,000, and then there's 698 minutes in the last 3 blocks, which is last 30 minutes. 15,000, like that is insane. In the last 10 blocks, there's 48,000. The last day, there was 542,000 mints. Like, that's why I'm bullish on it, because I'm sitting here and I'm like, what am I not seeing? Right. And then altogether, obviously there was 745,000 mints. This is minting like crazy. There's only 111 million mints possible. So this is like, I want to say close to 65% minted out. And they were trying to mint this out very quickly, which is causing the mempool to stay over 250. This is the reason why the fees are so high right now.
Yeah. Yeah, we were talking about secondary and minting and what was better. And I think it came out to be that minting was better at that time. And that was whenever the mempool was around 250 sats by VByte. But yeah, we got about 5 minutes left. So let's hit on the big news here. You're able to unstake your assets on Merlin, guys.
Yeah.
All right, it's here. We said Tuesday. and voila. So they're starting off with USDC and USDT, which can be in stake now. Then BTC, ETH, BRC20s, and NFTs will be unstaked very soon, it says, but it's between 24 and 48 hours is their time range. They're trying to get these BRC20s and Bitcoin Layer 1 assets unstaked. Okay, guys. So it's here. You know, I know a lot of you guys were waiting on that and stuff, but yeah, this should be exciting, right?
Yeah, man. So yeah, so a lot the biggest complaint was everyone came out and they're like talking crap on Merlin, especially some guys are on Twitter and stuff. Anytime a Twitter post happened, they would talk crap on it, and then it's here. They said that a while ago that it would be a few days after having, and it's so right now you get your USDC out, you can get your what's that, your Bitcoin, ETH, and BRC20s will be unstaked really soon, next 24 to 48 hours. So that's huge. And then, your dog and your wolf will be available on Merlin as well, which you probably bridge that out probably when you're able to bridge everything else out. So, Jeff's doing everything he said he was going to do. Yeah, obviously some stuff took a little longer than he wanted, but that's every dev. Every dev says 2 weeks and it's always a month, So, I think Jeff. I think congratulations to Jeff, dude. He's doing an amazing job over there in Merlin, and he's just everything he's saying he's doing, and it's not like Nakamoto upgrade took what 3 years. So they're doing everything that they talk about over there in Merlin.
Yeah. So let's say 24, 48 hours. Let's just say 48 hours. Okay. So from now, you're looking at like the end of probably Thursday or around that time frame, right? For the Bitcoin stuff is what they're shooting for. So just make sure you're following instructions, making sure you're paying attention to all those details. That's important with these kind of things, right? So yeah, so it's here. We're excited about that. I'm gonna unstake a lot of my stuff too, probably. The stuff that I'll probably leave is the BRC 420 stuff. Possibly bitmap stuff. If they do the bitmap token, I might leave it over there to start trading that. But I'm hoping to see some volume increase over there and users increasing. Kind of going off of what you just said about the Nakamoto upgrade. So that happened earlier today, but it's in testing mode now.
Yeah.
Right. So it's going to be in testing mode for a month, and then that's whenever they're saying after a month from today, the 5-second block should occur. So you should probably expect that at the end of May.
Yeah.
Any other big news we missed before we get into the after hour?
That's it. Yeah. I hit everything.
Oh, no, this is big.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, Gate.io listed Wanko Manko runes, and J25 messaged me, and he messaged me the link to the story and said, please read this live. And I was like, nah, I don't think I want to. But yeah. So anyways, yeah. So I think this is the third token that Gate.io listed, right? It was Satoshi Nakamoto.
So it's the 2 pre-mine tokens, and this is the first fair launch that they listed.
So is this how do you feel like should this push the price up a lot, or
this should be the number 1 token in my opinion in Ordinals, because it's the first fair launch. It's Casey's story blog that he wrote years ago. It's like has everything that's like perfect. Well, what's up?
You said in Ordinals, but you meant runes.
Well, yeah. Well, BRC20s is a protocol built on runes. I'm built on Ordinals. So yeah, this is the first one that's connected directly to Ordinals. So which is runes.
All right. We got 300 people in here, and we are about to jump into the after hour with hitting some questions here. Let's see here. John giving you some heat. What happened to Shizzy's $100,000 Bitcoin on halving day prediction?
What's it? I had to unfollow John. That dude's annoying. And then, got any questions here?
Yeah, I'm going through them. But like, what do you think happened with that? It was just the Bitcoin kind of, went through. What happened with it? Because we were going up like strong, and then all of a sudden we reversed. I can't remember what.
Yeah, I mean the ETFs kind of slowed down a little bit. Not really sure.
All right, crypto hot news says pre-runes, it seems, are running better than runes. What do you guys think? R6, I think
so
R6
R6 are down 50%, so that's not really true. Is R6 the only pre-rune that's available right now?
I mean, it's the only one that's in the top
Yeah.
volume. So, in terms of percentage of market cap, yeah, I don't think it's the biggest loser though. Let me see.
Yeah.
It pulled back 18%.
Okay.
The biggest loser was Ordinals Are Dead. It pulled back 62%.
Yeah.
So, but still, 18% pullback is actually not as bad as I would think for it to be like airdropped to 20,000 plus people.
I know.
So, yeah, I don't necessarily think they're running better. I just think that they have they're going to have bigger market caps because of, how many people they're going to be airdropped to. A lot of these people want the price to go up, so they're probably going to not try to like dump right away. But there will be big dumps, in my opinion, with these. So, we already went over that. All right, Crypto Ghost PH says, can the gas and Bitcoin go down several weeks from now? So, a lot of maxis would probably hate you for saying gas instead of fees.
Yeah.
But, yes. What do you think? You think the fees will go down?
Yeah, I think the fees will go down. I think once Fahu mints out, I think fees are going to drop in half. I think we will probably see them right thing. But the problem is, Fahu the way it's looking has at least another 3 days left. So I think by midweek next week, I think we should see gas at a reasonable. And I think that's what a lot of people are waiting for. No one wants to buy anything right now. No one wants to mint anything right now because the fees are so high. And if you mint something right now, the price would have to be like $30 million market cap for it to make sense, because that's how much you're paying for each token when the gas is this high. So I just think we have to wait for kind of gas with fees to keep dropping a little bit. But yeah.
Yep. But remember whenever like Rats was minting out and all that stuff, fees were high then, right?
Yeah, but that you were in like euphoria, like, right? So it was just like it didn't matter. We're not
kind of
in that
DeFi summer that I was talking about.
Yeah, Bitcoin was going up at that point as well. You gotta remember that's when Bitcoin went from 40,000 to 60,000, right? So in that first run, and that second run up, that led until January.
I got
we were running up before the ETF.
I got an alley-oop for you right here. It says, where can I etch a rune without paying fees to websites?
Ooh, probably sathunter.com, right? And if you had their ordinal.
You want to explain how he can do that? He has to get the
ordinal. Yeah, you got to go to Magic Eden and get the ordinal. Get the sathunter ordinal, and then go to sathunter.com. But that's like the only way that I know. Unless you ran your own node, right?
Yeah. So if you're going to use a third-party service, the only way to do it is if you have the ordinal, the sathunter ordinal, and you go to sathunter.com, then you won't have to pay the service fee. Other than running your own node, then you can do it without, just paying the miner fee. All right. USX Quantum says, RSIC is up a lot. Should I buy an RSIC Meta Protocol NFT? What do they earn? Is it worth grabbing one? I bought some RSIC tokens and it's up a lot, so I was considering an NFT. I mean, I'm not.
I don't know what you get from the RSIC. Yeah, I would. No. I'm just going to answer your question with financial advice. No, no, I'm joking. I don't think so. No, I wouldn't. No chance.
Yeah, I think you still earn tokens, but I
Yeah.
wouldn't play that at this point with the market cap so big. All right, what else we got here? Nocturnal, our guy said, "What's good? Shizzy and Yagobi. Promethean snapshot hasn't taken place yet. Like Shizzy said, it can be the gateway to Kong's Ordinal project. Would you buy Prometheans at this price point?" That's probably the only one that's attractive at all to me.
I thought about it today. Not Nocturnal. I was sitting here at my wallet here. I got 0.062 and it's 0.058. Without sending more Bitcoin to this wallet, I mean, if it gets under that 0.05, I might grab one.
They're the only like late in the game. They're the only like pre-rune like that hasn't really dropped the ball yet. But like I'm like kind of waiting for them to drop the ball. It's because like I'm not saying other pre-runes have like messed up completely or anything like that, but they just have done everything right, is what I'm saying. They've like hit the mark.
Look at this. You could sell it for 0.059 an instant sell, or you could buy it for 0.0056. Like, if you're these guys, wouldn't you just like sell it here?
What do you mean?
Look at the instant sell; it's 0.059, and the buy is 0.056.
Yeah, because that's the floor price. But if you're a seller, then you just want to get rid of it for cheaper than what the floor price is, you just
this is more than the floor price.
No, it's not. Oh, is it?
It is.
Oh shit!
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Oh damn! I didn't. Well, no, I think that's messed up because I'm seeing.
Okay.
No, you're right. No, you're absolutely right. That's so weird. That's so weird.
Yeah, I don't. So if you have one of these on the floor, just take it and just sell it over here, unless it's just it doesn't update right away, which could be it as well. But that's the first time I've ever seen that.
Yeah. Good question, Nocturnal. I think we're both kind of like maybe possibly that's the only one that we'd be looking at. Danny boy, what's up, Danny? I have 1,400 points on Unisat through my Exverse wallet. Do I have to worry about burning runes if I use that wallet? No,
I don't know, man.
Well, if you have Exverse wallet,
if you're using Exverse,
you're paying with your SegWit address and you're receiving stuff with your Taproot address, so you should not be, you should not have any issues with that. Hopefully that answers your question, Danny. All right, what else we got here? I'm starting to lose my voice. I hate that when I went through that for like 2 months. Remember? Okay, here's a good one. TKO 401. Any thoughts on Francis's tweet about going after Runestone? It's like the Wild Wild West over here. He's putting up wanted signs,
bounties,
rewards.
I don't know. That's something to take up with Francis. I really don't want to touch on that. Honestly, it's Francis is Francis. That's it, really.
Yeah. I think he just wants to kind of follow up on his intuition. I would say that's what I think. All right, Zakari Makrani says, I have a question. Leonidas mentioned that there would be 3 rune airdrops to runestone holders: Dog, Lobo, and maybe Fahu. What do you guys think? I don't know, but I don't think it would be Fahu.
No way.
We know Dog and Lobo are 2. We don't know that third one, but I don't think it's Fahu. I could be wrong. Maybe it is. Maybe he psyoped everybody, and that's it. But that would be crazy if it was.
Fahu's the real dog token. That would be insane.
And it's number 1, right? Crypto Hot News says, guys, you need to be very careful when you list runes. Some issues with UTXOs that cause people to lose money. Yeah, so someone came out and said that they listed runes on Unisat early yesterday, and when someone purchased it, their Bitcoin was wrapped up into that UTXO. So that person ended up getting $14,000 worth of Bitcoin as well as the runes. So Unisat came out and said they fixed this. So I hope that's true. So yes, be careful. That's why, Xverse is probably the safe wallet to use. Magic Eden, I think, does the same thing, where your spendable Bitcoin is in your SegWit wallet or address, and your ordinals and runes and stuff is in your Taproot address. So they never get mixed up, so they can't be sent together. And I think that's it. I think that's all the questions, guys. Appreciate all the questions. Hang in there. We know that, like, right now, just it seems tough with runes. We're dealing with it too, just like you guys, trying to think about other stuff. But we, like I showed with the prices of Ordi, went after BRC20 launched, Ordi went back down to $1, $2 before it jumped back up to 15. And then we all know the story of Ordi getting all the way up to 90 something dollars. I see the same thing happening with runes, in the runes ecosystem, but the timing is where it's at, right? So we got to wait for that 100%. Timing to occur.
Yeah, man. Guess we'll end it a little short today, guys. Tune back tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow's a better day. I mean, you can obviously feel the the mood here, right? In this entire the Ordinal ecosystem, everything's kind of down. Everyone's not happy. So that's just kind of how it is. But tomorrow's another day. So join us back here tomorrow. We should have a lot more things to talk about. We do have some bitmap video coming out with the guys from Bitmap 420 that should be out probably either tomorrow or the next day. So look out for that video as well. And just kind of keep playing, guys. There's just because things feel dead, sometimes it's the best time to buy. Not financial advice, of course, but just kind of do it. I feel the FUD in the ecosystem. I like it. I mean, that's true. Yeah. That's 100% true. And so a lot of times when you're buying, your stomach should hurt. And then when you're selling, your stomach should hurt. So every time I buy something right now, my stomach hurts. So I might be doing something right. So I'm going to keep DCAing. I'm going to keep doing my thing. Yagobi, what are you doing?
I'm going to give a shout out to Mr. Yagobi, Mr. Ernesto Gonzalez. And you're absolutely right. It's exactly when you were saying that, like whenever you're like, when things are down, when people are down, that's the time to really be aggressive. And Ernesto's been watching us long enough to know that, when there's FUD in the ecosystem, he likes it, right? Yeah, for me, I'm a chill out though, because I've I've deployed a lot of capital over the past several days. So I've acquired the ones that I have faith in, and I'm going to let time kind of take its course and let the liquidity come back to the space. And that's what I'm at. That's where I'm at right now. So
yeah, man. All right, guys, please smash that like button. We have over 90 people watching on YouTube, over 200 people watching on X. We appreciate every single one of you guys. Join us back here tomorrow, same time, same place, 11 a.m. Eastern time, 10 a.m. Central. Check us out tomorrow, guys. We appreciate you guys. And definitely check out ordinalrevolution.com. If you guys going to Bitcoin Nashville, click that little thing up top there, and it'll give you 20% off. We will be in Nashville. Should be a really good time. So, and if you guys are interested in ordinal gear, we have some of the best ordinal gear on our sites. Check that out as well. Hit the little store tab, and that'll take you over there. Make sure you guys are wearing your ordinal gear. If it's not from us, make sure it's from somewhere. If you guys show the maxis that we run Bitcoin now. So,
yes, we might have a guest tomorrow. We might have a guest tomorrow. We're trying to get Mr. J on. He said tentatively yes. That'd be a really good conversation about Unicross and being able to trade runes on Merlin. So tune in tomorrow for sure. That's it.
All right, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
Peace.
We OG. Oh no, G. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload, yeah. Experts on reload, yeah. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload. Experts on reload. Mempool getting hot. Everybody wanna rock, ayy. Runes is coming, everybody on a knot, ayy. it's a nuisance. Ordinal Revolution. Hey, Ordinal Revolution. Yo, it's my guy for real, bro. Got friends right now. Yo, BRC 420, bro. Yo, that shit found fire, bro. Imagine if he in here. Yeah, like it in the seal. Murder. I got balls of steel. Nookies on the field. Yeah, this shit for real. With no calls, I get so far. Got 100 phone calls that I go hard, and they gon' love me. Smoke weed, huddle back. I get shiesty. Where my Bitcoin looking lovely. All this Satoshi's nothing above me.